Well, my father gets back, you'll never be able to come here again. I can't believe you're doing something so stupid. I always knew you were really loony, but this is crazy. Whoa, what are you doing with that knife? Whoa, what the hell?
Well, what's on the chopping block today, Detective? Nothing more than a bit of routine? Maybe some lost dogs and petty theft? Something interesting would happen around here. That'd be the real surprise. Good morning. This is the Pile of Bones Detective Agency. How may I help you? Oh, this is the RCMP calling, hey? What may I be of service? Oh, really? Oh, I see. Well, what's the address? Yeah. No, that is unfortunate. I'll be there as soon as I can. Thank you for your services.
Morning, Detective.
Oh, good morning, Daryl. I gotta admit I wasn't expecting to see you out this morning.
I wasn't expecting to see you at all. We still kind of miss you at the force.
Yeah, it's been quite some time since my patrol days.
Yeah. The private detective stuff looks like it's working on you, okay?
Well, it's got its ups and downs. A little more pay, a little more stress.
Yeah. Well, you probably want to have a look at this.
Jesus Christ. Fuck. Yeah, I'd say we're definitely looking at first-degree neck wound. Did you have any intel on this?
You know, there's no more information on this case, but there's a sad little girl out in the kitchen. She requested a PI to come in so we can handle this effectively.
Yeah, I can understand why she might say that.
Well, this would be a lot like your days in the Great War.
It's been quite some time since I've seen my days in France, but I don't think I'd say it gets any easier. Well, Daryl, we got no new information, but if you have any word on some leads?
Well, I think now would be a good time to go talk to the girl in the kitchen.
Yeah, perhaps it is best. Well, I find it very unfortunate and sorrowful that all that had to happen to you. Do you think I could get a name from you, please?
Poppy Rosehart.
And what of the victim? What's his name and your relation to him?
Andrew Botman. I called him Andy. We used to date back in high school. I only heard about all of this because apparently I'm in his will.
And do you maybe know anything of this whole scenario?
No, other than that his father was away on a golfing trip.
Well, unfortunately to me it sounds like this whole thing could have been staged then. Did you get along with many people?
Yeah, he got along with almost everyone. He had a few quarrels with some coworkers.
Oh, really? And, where was his employment?
Mr. Maple's Canning Corporation.
Interesting. I think I'll check that out immediately afterwards. And is there any way I can contact you?
I actually don't have a telephone. Maybe you can get a hold of me through my mother.
Alright, sounds good.
I'll get you her information.
Good afternoon, Spare. If you have a moment, I'd like a word with your
Boss, there's somebody here to see you.
This had better not take long.
Here he is, Mr. Maple.
I see. Get back to the cannery, Jimmy. So I have no idea how that rat got in the syrup.
Oh yeah? Well, how much is Jimmy getting paid over there to keep that little secret?
No sense of humor, eh? Now what are you here for?
Well, unfortunately, though it is the holidays, I have some quite unfortunate news I need to share with you.
Chop chop, Junior. I got a business to run.
Fair enough. Well, with all due respects, my sir, as of a few nights ago, a good man of yours, his spirit was cheated from him, Mr. Andrew Botwin, and he will no longer be able to be of service to you.
Andrew, eh? Well, that's unfortunate. He was a fine fella. Really hate to lose him. Well, you send his family my condolences. I'll send along his last check.
You guys talking about Andrew? That man was a slacker. And an ex-slacker, I should say.
That'll be enough out of you. There'll be no disrespect to the man who just lost his life.
Ah, screwy, Mr. Maple.
Screwy, am I? Well, you just lost your jobs. Hit the brick.
Really? Right before Christmas? I don't need this. I helped rebuild this town right after the tornado. I'm out of here.
Now I gotta find myself 2 employees.
You know, who was that chump? A client on the case told me to be a little suspicious of anyone giving Andrew's name a sour time. I'd like to do a little checkup on him. Perhaps you can share some more info with me.
Well, that knucklehead's name was David. Come to my office. I'll get you some more info.
Perfect. Hello, is Poppy there? Oh, really? Do you know where she is? Out for lunch with some friends. Did she give a name of the place? Spedigue's Cafe. Perfect. Thank you very much. I just have some information for her regarding the case I was applied to by the RCMP. All right, perfect. Thank you. Have a good day.
So, did you care for the Cardinals? They were kids. Got mad. Oh, yeah. Realized So, what's next on the agenda, ladies?
Well, I was thinking maybe we should go
Good
out
afternoon, Ms. Rosehart. Hopefully I didn't disturb you, but how are you doing today?
Oh, hello, detective. I'm just out for lunch with my friends.
Well, that's fine and dandy, so long as your friends aren't competing PIs. I have no quarrels with that. Would you perhaps have a moment that I could ask you some questions?
Well, detective, maybe now isn't the best time.
Well, yeah, I see you're with your friends. I completely understand. You'd like to cheer up. Perhaps I can share some news with you and I'll be right on my way.
Why, of course. Anything to comfort my little broken heart.
Well, Poppy, to be honest, unfortunately it's not the lightest of fares, but I'd be more than...
Please then, make it quick.
Alright, I just thought I'd inform you I believed I had found a lead at Andy's workplace. However, upon further investigation, that lead turned out to be pretty cold. See this fella? He's no cold-blooded killer, but he is kind of a schmuck. With that said, we're still dry on the case. Perhaps you have any connections you'd like to share with Mr. Botwin that you think might be able to help us out here.
Andy and I, we were gonna go away for the holidays. It's difficult to talk about now. I know a church that my daddy used to take me to when I was a child. Do you mind if we talk there?
Why, of course. Just drop the name of the church.
Sawyer Family Church.
Sounds lovely. I'll see you there tonight. But one more thing before I head out.
Pardon me, detective, but you've already sorrowed this poor little girl's lunch. You said yourself you want to cheer her up, but it's a little tough when the memento of death is literally lurking over her shoulder.
Alright, fair enough. I can get behind that. Sorry to trouble you this afternoon, Poppy. I certainly hope you enjoy the rest of your lunch. Take care.
Here, my good man, let me help you up. Are you alright?
Just a bruise. What's a lad like you doing out here in the middle of the cold?
Oh, I'm just a detective in the middle of a case at the moment. I'm awaiting some clients of mine across the street.
A detective, eh? May I ask as to what you're inquiring about?
Well, my friend, it's not for the faint of heart. You see why I'm on the tail of a homicide case.
Oof. Murder. It's the foulest of all crimes.
Unfortunately.
Well, pardon me for wasting your time, detective. Good luck on the case. Oh, and Merry Christmas to you.
Good afternoon, Poppy.
Good afternoon.
Very nice of your boyfriend to drive you out for a meeting this morning. I very appreciate it.
Tell my boyfriend, just call me a local cab driver I am.
Afternoon, detective.
Afternoon, Tommy. Well, Poppy, it's of no discrimination, but I'd feel a lot more comfortable if we had this conversation private. Perhaps if you'd like to join me in the church. Well, Poppy, I very much appreciate you making it out today to talk to me about this interesting investigation.
It really has. It's been hard for me to deal with.
Yeah, it's something sorrowful to hear, to say the least, Poppy. Have you been taking care of yourself?
Yeah, I've been trying to. Tommy's been keeping me company. It's just something I'm not used to.
Yeah, that's, again, understandable. Where'd you meet Tommy?
I just started with a big conversation with the taxi driver.
Fair enough, Ms. Rosehart, but I must say, throughout our conversations, you seem quite fair-hearted about the whole scenario. Any comment on that?
Detective, what makes you say that?
Well, Poppy, it's nothing personal. It just seems, as you've mentioned before, this is something new to you, and, to me it just seems perhaps the whole Andy Baldwin's already out of your mind.
Well, a weeping girl wants to smile once in a while.
Oh yes, it's certainly some sorrowful times for you, Ms. Rosehart. With that said, I was just wondering, to help further the investigation, does Mr. Andy Baldwin have any other acquaintances perhaps you think I should take a look for?
I'm not too sure. Andy always kept to himself. I'm sorry to rush, but it seems like Tommy needs to get going to his doctor's appointment.
Oh, well, I don't want to hold the train by any means, but I do have one question I think may further this investigation. Did you kill the real Andy Botwin?
Why no, detective? What could give you such a cynical thought like that? Andy was my best friend and ex-boyfriend.
All right. Pardon the inquisition, Poppy. It's just part of our job.
I guess it's all right, detective.
Yeah, no, given that's the case, I don't want to hold any more of your time. Tommy's got a doctor's appointment to go to, I believe. Why don't we go on our way?
Okay. Thank you, detective.
Not a problem, Ms. Rosehart. Hopefully we can follow up this conversation quite soon. You had some interesting things to say today.
Yeah, of course, detective. Just give me a call when you find any more clues.
Of course, I can guarantee it, Poppy. Have yourself a good evening, Ms. Rosehart. As to you, Tommy.
Can't believe you're pulling this card right now, you stupid bitch.
Please, lower your voice.
Hey, you don't have to get all itsy bitsy on me. I know it all.
I can't believe you. Are you even listening to yourself?
Shut your damn trap before I stuff you 6 feet underground.
Well, you two, I think I've heard quite enough.
Detective.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Well, Poppy's tale left me with a few questions, and I was more than intrigued to follow them up.
It's none of your business. I think it's time for you to leave.
Oh, really, Tommy? Well, to be frank, you've seemed like quite the fishy fella since we've met.
What the fuck's that supposed to
Tommy.
mean? I've had enough time covering for you.
All right, Tommy. Let's take it easy now. Poppy, do you have any condolences on this?
Detective, I can't take it anymore. He's the one that murdered Andy. He's been blackmailing me.
What? You lying broad. Detective.
Detective, no, don't listen to him. Arrest him immediately.
All right, I've had it just up to here with all these games. Tommy, you're coming with me, and this is your last chance.
Fuck this.
Good evening, Detective.
Merry Christmas, Poppy.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
Well, hope you don't mind. I thought I'd just spin by and share some good news with you.
Oh, is it about the court case?
Yeah, it is actually. The court was in our favor. Tommy will be put away for quite some time.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy.
Likewise. Hey, who's that little fella?
Oh, and that's my loopy little dog Socks.
Sure is a cute little thing.
I'm about to have Christmas dinner. Would you like to come and enjoy?
Well, if you're offering, I'd love to.
Mr. Cullen. My husband's been expecting you. Just this way. Just through these doors.
Hey, Sammy boy, nice to see you. Come take a seat. Hey, why the hold up?
Nothing, Mr. Pantel.
Correct. I'm sure you need no reminder of your talents on the ice.
Thank you, Mr. Pantel. It's an honor.
I'm sure it is. And I bet a hockey star like you takes pride in taking his team to the Canadian semifinals.
It sure is exciting. Definitely something pretty neat.
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Collin, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to get you to lose this game. Don't be confused, Sam. Assuming you take me seriously as a businessman, as I take you seriously as a hockey player, I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from.
I'm sorry, Mr. Pantel, but what makes you wish for my demise?
I said no such thing as career diminishing. I simply have a high cash bet on your opponents that I cannot afford to lose.
As my team can't afford to lose. We have a number of members of our team on threat for draft and...
Well, if your team likes their legs, they will choose my side.
Can I offer you gentlemen anything to eat, perchance?
No, thank you. That won't be necessary.
What's the problem? You don't like my wife's cooking?
No, that's not it at all.
I'm sure there's no need to fuss. The boy's probably just full.
Well, since you're here, could you please grab me and our guests another refreshment?
Of course, dear.
What a sweetheart. Heart of gold, I tell ya.
You sure are a lucky man, Mr. Pantel.
On that note, Mr. Collin, back to business. There's one more thing I'd like to assure you of. Don't fuck with me. You got it, boy? Good. By the way, I'm hosting a New Year's ball on the 31st. If we're still on good standings, you're more than welcome to come. Have yourself a good evening, Sam.
Good night, Mr. Pantel.
Well, how is it? This crud isn't Pantel Brew.
Lads, what can I do you for?
Got a question for you, buddy. Does this smell like Pantel Brew to you?
Well, no, I just... Listen, fellas.
Spit it out, friend, or we'll spit fire over you in this crummy dump. Look, we're giving you the best booze in town for a great price, and you feel the need to break our little deal?
No, I couldn't do that to you, Mr. Pantel. Ratchet McGee. But some of the guys come in here and, well, you see, they got, there's real command.
And we don't? I gotta hand it to you, buddy. You got nerves of steel.
Alright, well, if these guys scare you so bad to dye your slacks brown, mind giving us a name I can give to Yanni?
Well, you see, these guys, these buddies, they're from out of town, up north, you see.
Alright, These North clowns wouldn't happen to be Capone's boys, would they? We'd be getting more than stern competition from them.
I don't think so, McGee. I mean, last I heard, Al's boys were digging tunnels up in Moose Jaw. And unless this aforementioned rats got word on these schmucks we don't know about.
What? What a crazy accusation. I was just talking to these guys going by.
Better quit stuttering, mate. Cough up a name.
Alright, these characters go by the name of Deniers.
Deniers sissies. You make me laugh with your tomfoolery, chum. Now, I'm only going to tell you this once, because I like this place. But if me and Johnny Knuckles have to come down to our favorite speakeasy and we don't get our favorite drink, well, we're just going to open our own place after we find out this one burned to the ground. What's got you jumpy, Johnny?
He's just a little more observant than his partner.
Yeah, I got a nose for pigs.
This kid who ain't no cop.
That's right. I'm a PI or a bounty hunter, whatever I need to be to get the reward for you guys. Don't think I haven't seen your wanted posters all around town. I could get quite a small fortune for bringing you two suckers in.
A little bit of the boss's dough should get us out of this.
But isn't the boss ain't too busy with all this hockey gambling he's been rambling about lately?
Why would you slip out, you bimbo?
Hey, don't sweat it, Rat McGee. Your secret's safe with me.
Take it easy, Johnny. Get this sucker when he's sleeping.
Alrighty, fellas. Thanks for letting me in on your little hockey gambles. I'm sure your boss will be pleased to see me out at the show. Why don't I take you into the Slam Rider? It's a free night tonight. Let's head out.
Hey, come on, Sam. We won the game. Come celebrate.
Yeah, well, it was a battle out there. I'm pretty tired.
We're all tired. I haven't seen you smile since we got the trophy.
Yeah, the game takes a lot out of a guy.
Hello.
Hi, is this the Pile of Bones Detective Agency?
Yes, is there anything I can help you out with?
Absolutely. I seem to have gotten myself into a bit of trouble. In fact, I don't think we should be talking over the phone.
Oh, yeah, that's understandable, but do you think I could get a name from you, please?
Sure. Name's Sam Collin. I'm a hockey player. I tell you what, I'll tell my teammates I'm taking a separate cab north. Then maybe we could meet up in the back alley behind the planes.
Of course. I'll be there right after I pack up a few things. See you soon.
Cheers.
Good evening, Detective. Thank you for taking my call.
Good evening, Sam. I gotta say, it was really no problem. In fact, your call inspired me to realize I think you might have fishtailed me in the direction I'm headed.
Oh, really? Why's that?
Well, I've been investigating a pair of millionaires who possibly have some gambling frauds.
Oh, I'm well aware. In fact, the bet was placed on me.
Those charismatic bastards always seem to have a way of getting what they want, eh? How'd you wind up swimming in their pool?
Well, one evening, Mr. Pantel invited me over to his residence, and he informed me of a proposal he had for myself and my teammates. Unfortunately, I did not see what was coming.
Oh, really? Well, my deepest regards. At least you're safe.
Yeah, unfortunately, my teammates aren't so lucky.
Oh, really?
Our goaltender, Frankie, got pushed around a bit last night at the hotel.
Well, my deepest condolences to your fellow teammates, but mind me asking if there's any way I can follow up on this information.
Unfortunately, I can't help you out much. I don't know what else Mr. Pantel has going on. For myself, I've got a price on my head. I'm getting the fuck out of this town.
But, now that you mention it, I do recall Mr. Pantel so graciously inviting me to his New Year's ball that he's having. I believe it's taking place at their theater.
Well, very kind of you to mention that, Sam. Hopefully they don't mind somewhat of an uninvited guest. I appreciate your time.
No, Detective. Your gratitude's all mine. I see my ride's here. Thank you for everything.
No problem at all. Glad you guys are enjoying yourselves.
It's been a grand evening.
It was lovely seeing you both. Drink, sir.
Of course. How kind.
Happy New Year, Katie.
Happy New Year, Sam. What a silly question, Tommy.
Am I the only one getting a little bit of an appetite here?
Perhaps you may not be the only one.
I'll be right back, my dear. I'm gonna go see if the cooks have anything prepped up for me here.
Alright, thanks.
Detective, I don't recall telling you my profession, let alone my name.
It should seem no concern, for I merely saw you out the other day with my gals at lunch.
So your acquaintance is Poppy?
Yes, she's quite a sweet gal, but I also saw you at the hockey game.
Oh really? So you've been keeping an eye on him, eh?
Yes, you could say I have quite an eye for a man who can dance. Care to join me?
I believe it'd be my pleasure.
I've had it with you. You can find your own ride home. As for you, I never want to see you again. I'd blow your brains out right now, but we all know it's unprofessional to clean up a body in your own home. So I know you fucked up. But it's alright, I forgive you.
Your forgiveness is unneeded. I can't blame you for not being clear-headed on New Year's. Don't sweat the dance, you know. Me and my girls went out for lunch not too long ago, and we found out he's actually a detective, and I was just trying to get that rat off our tail.
That's my girl. Does our little friend know anything about our hockey business?
Not that I'm aware of.
Perfect. And to guarantee his silence, I'm gonna put a price on his head and get him hunted down like a wild buffalo. When he least expects it.
I got this rat. Stay here for crowd control.
He was my best friend.
Good morning, officer. What could I do you for?
Mr. Pantel,
What to do ya?
you need to come with me.
May I ask what for, officer?
For attempt of assassination of one of our PIs.
I don't know what you're talking about, officer. Do you have any proof?
We have a strong testimony against you. Come with me. You too, ma'am. Come here.
Me?
Let's go, ma'am.
Regarde tes distractions.
Freeze!
Who is it?
Morning Postal Service. It's my first day on the job.
Oh, well, come in. Do you have anything for me today?
Yeah, I got this letter right here. Where do you want it?
Well, you could just set it in that box and it'll be fine.
Gotta run.
Son of a bitch. Well, detective, looks like you're heading to the circus.
Well, Linda, I managed to get rid of Andy Botwin while his father was away. And our scapegoat fell perfectly into place.
Très bon. So the only law enforcement was fooled by the old ex-boyfriend gag. Funny. What about that detective?
Oh, gee. Well, the detective who's inquiring about me and Andy, he ended up on the tail of Mr. Pantel.
So the revolution is still in secret, oui?
Just as 3, madame.
Well, then we still have time to keep things as tight as possible. I want the local to finish her own work. I don't care how, but you're going to have to get her out of prison.
Yes, I'm sure I can think of something. What about you, LaRue?
I've got an alarm to raise for our friendly counties.
Pardon me, my good man.
Howdy, friend. Here to enjoy the carnival? Looking for an autograph?
Well, on the contrary, my good man, I'm actually a detective, you see, and I'm here to investigate the recent passing of your jester.
Well, that kind of thing we like to deal with internally. We are a family circus, after all.
Oh yes, and I can quite respect that, but being my job, I would appreciate it if you could direct me to whoever's in charge around here.
Well, in that case, you can talk to our ringmaster. He's also our magician. He's in the street.
Alright. Thanks, my good man.
Do you not know fans are not allowed back here? What brings the stranger?
Well, pardon me, my good man. I just thought I'd share some congrats, and perhaps we can have a little chit-chat about a jester.
Whom do you speak of, wanderer?
Well, a good friend of mine told me of a talented jester you have in your circus. However, I didn't see him here tonight. Perhaps, is there any reason of that?
You know too much, mortal. I can feel it. Come in.
Now, not to intrude too much, but I must comment that this whole carnival does seem quite a bit wicked.
I've been warned about you, detective. Perhaps it's best you leave.
Really? Well, in that case, are you maybe suggesting your jester buddy does have something to do with those Egyptian trinkets being nabbed up within the last week?
Dear boy, I would not brush such things off if you do not know their power.
Is that what you tell your friends who fall for your little gags?
I am not some conjurer of cheap tricks.
Well, I certainly wouldn't take you for a conjurer of a good cover story.
You will regret your incompetence once I show you the dark light of your mind.
Listen, wizard, I have no quarrels coming here, but what? One thing I need you to
Private, wake up. We have to go.
Charge!
Soldier, you are a coward to this country, this regiment, and your own people! Get up there with your battalion! Don't just stand there! Get in there!
What a wicked dream.
Who goes there?
Alokrai, Linda sent me to get you out of here.
Puppy, what are you doing here?
No time, I'll explain later. Let's go.
No, no, no. Damn it. could I have gone? Where have I been these last few days? Not even on the damn calendar. Fuck! Ooh. Nothing but knocks, hey detective? You live to work and you work to live, God damn it.
Mail's here.
I thought I locked that woman up. Good evening, Mr. Pantel.
Detective, it's a pleasure.
Oh, really? Well, I must admit, you've got some nice dreads on. How'd you manage to smuggle those in?
When you have as much power as I do in this city, you have connections that come with that.
Fair enough, fair enough. Do you, by chance, have any idea why I invited you out this evening?
Something about my bitch wife leaving this place without taking me out of here.
Really, hey? Well, I guess that answers my first question. Seems to be quite the shame, hey? Do you have any idea who may have taken her out of this facility?
No, but I might know where she is.
Where's that, chap?
We got this ragged old place outside the city. About 5K out. She's pretty ragged, you can't miss her.
Alright. Well, thank you for your cooperation tonight, Mr. Pantel. I really appreciate it. Hopefully in no time I can have your wife back behind bars with you.
Let's hope so, but that bitch ain't my wife.
Fair enough. Good evening, Mr. Pantel.
Well, ladies, it looks like all our hard work has paid off. The time is now, so that one is possible without you. Quite the adventure. Where was it? Wait, stop. Okay, what's the door?
What have I stumbled across here? A local ride. Seems like you found quite a cozy new home outside of prison, eh? I'll get you back there nice and quick. Got a couple trinkets here. Looks like I'll be sending you ladies away for quite some. Poppy, is that you? You're hanging around with these broads? What's the sitch?
Well, Detective, our little Poppy here is a bit more cunning than one might believe.
Oh yeah? Is she cunning enough to get the three of you out of prison? You know, seeing you all together in this room really glues a lot together for me. I'd be willing to bet that museum heist, all that mobster gambling, and even the unfortunate murder of your friend Andy Botwin are all linked together. It's a real shame we got Tommy behind bars, when it seems to be the real culprits right here with these three other witnesses.
Ladies, I think it's time to silence this detective.
Silly French girl. You would know what to do with the power anyway. Yanni was such a gullible fool from the start, and, well, Linda, she is no competition. And now, the world is mine for the taking.
Not gonna arrest me now, Detective, are you?
Thanks for the call, Detective. I'll call the morgue and let them know to come clean up the
Thank you.
Please, Detective, I just didn't know what those girls were getting me into.
I wouldn't trust her, Mountie. This girl's nothing but trouble.
What?
Shut up!
Well, who would have guessed? After my days in the Great War, I thought I'd seen it all. Luckily, that's not the case. Strangely, I'm glad I was pulled out of my routine, even if it were a dangerous game. Though more shocking things are always yet to come. Take the next morning, for instance. Got a call about infants in a dumpster. Deceased. Disgusting. However, I'm not left without my ideas on this event. Honestly, I'm relieved I can feel any emotion at all rather than deny what's here. Overall, I guess I'll never truly forget my time with the 3 days.
And snap. Do not tell me what you have foreseen, my moonchild, though simply have I answered any of your questions.
Yum.
I'm pleased.
Then you need to go home and think these things over.
Follow your heart, my friend.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.